lucky I'm even sitting here entertaining you.
Do you hear yourself?
Stop it.
Look how you look as a mother. Don't touch me.
Being fearless, erratic, and constantly at the center of the drama is what made Jackie Christie famous. However, her daughter Chantel, who remained silent for years, was the one behind all that blaze and flare. While her mother dominated reality TV, Chantel stayed out of the spotlight and rarely made headlines. Despite not being on camera all the time, she had a front row seat to everything. And Chantel is finally speaking up now that the silence is ending. And what she's exposing is upending Jackie's meticulously constructed persona. Nothing resembled the Basketball Wives reunion stage in the courtroom. No cameras, dramatic music, or producers' feeding lines were present. Only icy walls, angular suits, and the oppressive quiet of penalties.
Where do you want me to start? What do you want me to tell you?
Tell me about him. Who is he? What's he? You know.
I ain't gonna tell you too
I
much,
know he
but
played basketball.
He does play basketball. Him and Dad actually have a lot of similarities. He used to play for the Kings like years ago. So
Hold on. Wait, stop the press. He used to play for the Kings?
Yes.
Shannon, you lying to me. You kept
tried-
this close to your chest like I've never seen, Benna.
As though she had nothing to lose, Jackie Christie entered. She was wearing designer clothes, her chin up, and her posture showed no signs of fear. She has the kind of confidence that doesn't waver because of years of being in the spotlight. Jackie was unaware, however, that the actual drama had not yet begun. Sitting opposite her mother, Chantel was calm, collected, and nearly undetectable. She appeared to most people in the room to be just another family member who had been called in for assistance. But underneath that composed exterior was a woman who was prepared to make a huge difference. Chantel had arrived with proof after years of silence. For years, Jackie had been the subject of rumors regarding her off-camera behavior toward her family. During her infrequent on-screen appearances, fans observed the awkward distance between her and her daughter. However, no one anticipated that this would happen. Then everything changed during the testimony. As Chantel's lawyer set up the audio files, the courtroom fell silent.
I don't really recall like a family photo that we all took together. She was always like the outcast. Like my mom would go as far as to, Car, you have to run on the treadmill, and Shannon, you stand there and watch her, and you write down what time she got on and what time she got off. It's ridiculous. Like, she's like 12. I'm like 8. Like, you want me to stand here and watch her run on this treadmill because she's not the size that I am, or she's not the color that I am.
After the judge nodded, her voice reverberated throughout the room. It wasn't the polished, brisk Jackie from VH1. The tone was different now. Jackie was allegedly heard yelling at her daughter in the first clip, calling her ungrateful, questioning her value, and cursing her out, not because she was upset about a TV plot. The words were powerful, the room was filled with gasps. After this time, however, it didn't end there. Jackie's voice was heard on another recording, but this time it was allegedly her giving Chantel deceptive threats, such as, if you don't act right, I'll cut you off, or nobody's gonna care about you without my name attached. The anger wasn't loud. It was the kind of emotional pressure that causes deep wounds but doesn't leave any bruises. Control disguised as concern. The most eerie video was the last one, in which Jackie is said to have laid out strategies to control public opinion by spinning tales to portray herself as the victim and control Chantel. It was not only brutal, it was premeditated. The room was in disbelief. The judge's expression changed from one of neutrality to one of distress. Jackie remained silent, and even his own legal team appeared shaken. You have to go back to Chantel's early years in order to comprehend her quiet explosion. Chantel was frequently the supporting cast member, while Jackie worked to establish a reality TV empire. Behind the scenes, she was a different person than the supportive, reserved, and respectful daughter she portrayed on screen. Chantel's life was planned for moments that would be photographed, so she grew up being extremely cautious. Jackie had to make sure that everything she said, wore, and even felt matched the story she wished to tell the world. And Chantel followed it for years because she didn't think she had an alternative, not because she agreed with it. Playing nice for the cameras and maintaining the family's reputation became a kind of emotional prison. Even when Jackie's outbursts caused Chantel to doubt her own value, she remained silent despite the pain. However, as she grew older, I noticed a change in the lights. Chantel started writing things down, recording conversations, and creating her own narrative. At first, she wasn't attempting to exact revenge.
Blows my mind. It really just It disgusts me because that was another thing. Like, for years, my sister and I, we didn't speak to each other. No relationship whatsoever, because she always played us against each other. She's fat and she's black and you're skinny and you need to stay in shape and you're the model, and it blows my mind.
She was attempting to defend herself and maintain her integrity. Self-preservation gave way to courage over time, and Chantel is no longer hiding after years of being kept quiet by fame and fear. Jackie's partner for a long time has been Doug Christie, a former NBA player renowned for his devotion both on and off the court. Courtroom rumors and people familiar with the case suggest that Doug might have been more involved than fans ever knew. According to some, he even pushed Chantel to speak up in private, not in public. He allegedly told her that when the camera stopped rolling, it was time for people to know the truth. That alters everything if it is true. It implies that Doug was aware of Jackie's actions. He lived with it, witnessed it, and perhaps even battled it. However, this is where things become complex. According to other accounts, Doug might have assisted in hiding more than just domestic disputes. There are claims of financial mismanagement, that money transferred through dubious means was supporting a portion of Jackie's empire, and Doug's name appears multiple times in the documents being examined. Although it's still unclear, it's obvious that Doug has evolved from the quiet background husband. Now, everything changed when the audio clips appeared online. In a matter of hours, courtroom snippets were all over the place. Chantel, who had never been active on social media, was thrust into the public eye. But this time it was the people, not Jackie, who set the scene. They came together to support her. She received a ton of posts praising her for speaking truth to power, even when that power was her own mother, and calling her brave. Her hushed voice had turned into a shout. Fans continued to cheer, even though the court paused for the day. Podcast hosts, influencers, and former Basketball Wives cast members offered their opinions. Some defended Jackie, claiming to have only witnessed her love and support. Others expressed no surprise at all. Despite the sharp divide, there was no denying the shift. Former reality TV royalty Jackie was now embroiled in a scandal that she was powerless to stop. Chantel stood 10 toes down and spoke her truth, someone wrote. That's healing in action, not resentment. I'm proud of her. We knew Jackie wasn't telling the whole truth on that show, said another. This merely validates the gut feelings we had for years. People began making connections between long ignored recordings. As more came to light, Jackie allegedly threatened to withhold Chantel's money if she didn't comply, according to a segment of the recording that alluded to financial control. Another clip talked about protecting business deals, with Jackie allegedly saying she could transfer money covertly. Now, there was potential financial fraud on trial in addition to emotional abuse. As investigation progressed, gossip concerning the Christie family's business endeavors began to circulate. Book deals, speaking engagements, and beauty brands, some of which reportedly had irregularities in their financial reports. According to reports, Doug's basketball earnings were also being scrutinized. People started to wonder, were Jackie and Doug using their reality TV fame to build a financial empire based on smoke and mirrors? Unexpected transfers of missing money from LLCs registered in Jackie's name, as well as potentially unpaid taxes, were mentioned in court documents. More than just family drama could have resulted from Chantel's evidence, might result in deeper legal repercussions or IRS involvement. Even though none of these claims have been proven in court, their brand is already suffering. Bookings are declining, sponsors are pulling back, and the ideal reality power couple's reputation is rapidly deteriorating. The stakes have never been higher, and Jackie Christie's future is uncertain. It's evident that the court case is only one front in this conflict as her legal battles intensify. Jackie is fighting for her legacy, not just to clear her name. Her carefully constructed public persona from years of reality TV fame has been shattered. Jackie's narrative control is eroding as Chanel takes the lead. But is Jackie able to turn things around? Although her legal team is making every effort to limit the harm, the tapes and the emotional burden they carry could have major repercussions in the court of public opinion, as well as in the court of law. It might be impossible to repair the harm to her reputation. Chantel, who previously remained in the background, is now becoming more well-known. She might not only bring down her mother, but also take center stage with her supporters, cheering her on. One thing is certain, Chantel is no longer hiding. It's unclear if she will go on to become a reality star in her own right or pursue a totally different course. She is entering a future in which she will have authority. Regarding Doug Christie, his status remains unclear. Will he support Jackie or turn away to protect his reputation? Some people think that in order to safeguard his money or future prospects, he might even turn against Jackie. He could restore his own reputation if he removes himself from the drama, but if he remains faithful to Jackie, he runs the risk of being brought down with her. Perhaps Jackie Christie's own blood has just changed her legacy from basketball wife queen to courtroom casualty. Jackie's ascent to stardom appeared unstoppable. Her career on reality TV allowed her to create a dynasty and establish a strong, authoritative brand. However, it might now be her own daughter who destroys everything she has created. It's uncertain whether Jackie will ever be able to move past the uncontrollably high level of drama in the Christie family. What are your thoughts? Is Chantel resentful or courageous? Is Jackie's role really coming to an end? Post your opinions in the comments section. I'll see you in the upcoming video.